Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Silos Fishing. On today's episode, we're going to be going in depth on how to clean your baitcaster reels so that you can keep them in top shape. I normally do this once every 6 months unless I notice that they're not super dirty. Then I go ahead and just do it once a year. But yeah, let's get started. First of all, we have to break this reel down and then we'll get into the cleaning part. But first, let's do the breakdown. Alright guys, first is first. Here is the baitcaster that we'll be working on today. So first of all, we have to take off the side panel here. Some of them will have a little bar that you have to pull to remove the side panel. Some of them will have like a flathead screwdriver that you'll have to use here. In this case, mine's actually kind of disguised here. It's actually this Bass Pro Shops button here. That's actually a button. You'll push it in, twist up, that opens it up, and then you just pull it out. That's the side panel here, guys. Then the spool will come right out. You just pull it straight out. Set your spool to the side. And that's pretty much almost all the way broken down. The last thing I do is I actually just go ahead and remove this tension spool. You just want to be careful. I always hold them upright like this. Remember that you want to keep the start drag like this. If not, it won't come all the way out. So you just want to undo it slowly. Some of these will have components on this, so you have to be careful. In this case, this one doesn't, but you just pull it straight up. That's your tension knob. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, sometimes some of these tension knobs will have components on the inside, so you want to be careful when you remove them. And that's pretty much your reel broken down. You have your side plate here, your spool, tension knob, and the baitcaster itself. We're going to start cleaning the side plate here, which is the braking system. I will show you guys exactly what to do with this. You will just take a piece of a napkin like this, just a piece, and then you're going to want to use, I have this Lose Speed Clean spray. I normally just spray it on top of the napkin like this, and then all I do, I don't really try to spray it onto the reel, just wipe down the outside. There you go, like this, guys. Just get it nice and wiped down, push the button in on this one. Just get it wiped, pretty much, like that. And then the only other thing I do on the inside is if it's real grimy, I'll take like some Q-tips, you know, just kind of clean it out in here. This one's not too bad actually. I haven't really used this reel a lot, but you want to kind of work it all up in these cavities here. Once you got it worked up in there, the next thing you'll need is some sort of reel oil. And there's a bearing in here, guys. A little bearing right in here. And you just want to take your oil and just do a little drop around there. And that's it. You're done with the side piece. The next part is you're gonna grab your spool, kind of clean this little short end up. This one is like a little bearing. You can also put a little bit of oil on here. Some other spools will have like a wider bearing that will look pretty much identical to the inside one here. So you just put a little bit of oil on that one. So here's another bearing here. You can actually put some oil on there. And a little bit on this side. So this is what I do, guys. I just take it. Just add a little bit of oil there. Flip it. You want to do the same thing on this bearing here. And that's enough oiling for this. The other thing you will do is you'll take a little bit of grease. In this case, I had this little tube here. And you're gonna put a little bit of grease on this shaft of this spool here, okay guys? So all I do is, normally you can do this with like a little Q-tip or anything, but all I do in this case, we'll just take some of it, squeeze a little bit out. You guys can see it's on there. There you go. And then I just run it around here with my finger, guys. And that is it for the spool, guys. You can also like wipe it down. You can wipe down the spool itself, like if it's really dirty. Like this, guys, just wipe it with the napkin with that speed spray. You see it actually got a little bit of gunk off of it, so you can just wipe it down, guys. So now it's pretty much wiped down. You put oil on this bearing here, grease on the shaft, and that's the spool. Now on the baitcaster reel itself, you can just get a napkin again, and all you want to do is spray some of this spray down, and actually take this, just wipe it down really good. Pretty much the full-on thing. And this is something you can do fairly quickly. Like, I can do this one pretty fast, and honestly it's not super dirty, so I don't have to sit here and try to scrub a whole bunch of stuff off of it so much. But if yours is like really dirty, then obviously you just take longer. Just want to get it all cleaned up here, guys. Get it nice and cleaned up. You can get all up in here. You can actually get Q-tips, guys, and just kind of clean up this whole inside area and just really clean it up really good. Try not to leave no like lint behind or anything like that. But another important thing is here, you're going to want to put a little bit of this oil just on the inside of this little bearing here, just a little bit. Don't go inside the little hole, because it will just fall straight through on this side. You see how you can see daylight? So that's why you don't want to put it on the inside of that, on the inside of this little hole there. You just want to go around it, kind of like we did on the bearings, guys. There you go. Just a little bit of oil. You don't need a lot. Another thing on your baitcaster, if like say these don't want to spin too easily, you can take your reel, kind of tilt it like this. It's kind of hard to show you guys. You want to add just a little drop of oil down in here, and then just work it. That should loosen it up, guys. Just since we did it on that one, we're gonna do it on this one. There you go. Now, the other little spot you gotta kind of concentrate on is, you see this piece here? That is the worm gear where this line guide here will go back and forth. You can clean that up a little bit with the cotton swab here. The thing is, you don't want to leave a lot of that cotton stuff in there, but that is a spot you're going to want to put some grease on. A lot of people use a little brush for the grease. I don't. I just apply a little bit of that grease right up in here, little dab, and then I will work it a couple spins. Like this, guys. And then once it goes back to that side, then I will add a little bit more grease on this side, just a tad bit. You don't want to go crazy. Literally a little pin drop there, and then just work it. All right, now let's put this back together and we'll see how good it does. But that's pretty much it. You want to just focus on cleaning the inside housing here. I like to take a cotton swab sometimes and just kind of put it through the little eyelet on the front side, on the back side, clean this little bar there. And then obviously I will wipe down the little tension knob really good, kind of the inside of it a little bit like this. That's that. Let's put this reel back together and see how we did, guys. All right, guys, so to put this reel back together, I would say reverse order, but we're actually going to be doing the tension knob last. Just hold your reel up like this, guys. Take your spool, and the spool is what's going to go in first. The reason we do the spool in first this time is because sometimes if you have your tension knob on all the way, the spool won't go all the way like it's supposed to. Then you just take your side plate, guys. Make sure you line everything up. Sometimes they're a little bit hard, but just line it up and then just turn it. And there you go. And then we are going to align our start drag to allow us to put the little tension spool on there. The tension knob on there. Loosen it up a little bit, and you can just give it a couple whirls, guys, so you can kind of hear. But this one is smooth and really, really quiet. And that's how you want it to be. Make sure you guys are doing your maintenance every 6 months. If you don't use them too much, every 12 months, you know, once a year. And that should keep your reels like pretty much in top condition year round. And they'll last you a lot longer too, guys. The reason I use this microfiber cloth here is to try not to scratch them up. But yeah, and this is what we use here, guys. We use the loose speed cleans. This is just kind of like a all-purpose cleaner for the reels. This is the grease that I used, and then some reel oil. I'll actually link all this stuff down below. And if I can find a kit, I'll just link the kit so you guys can purchase that online and just have it shipped directly to your house, guys. That's it for this video on how to clean your baitcaster reels. If you guys like the content, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, share the video, add it to your save so you can watch it later, come back and just watch it if you need to remember how to clean one of these. I will also be going in depth on a spinning reel, but obviously I wanted to do the baitcaster first. Next couple of videos will be on spinning reels themselves, and then we'll figure it out from there, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Get out there, get on the water, and hope you guys catch your personal best. Let's go.